Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the Caseology lineup for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. So if you are wondering, I do have the links in the description for all of these cases, and while we check the cases out, I will be going over the prices. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin with the first one. Starting off, we have the Caseology Skyfall case. So this case does go for $15.99 on Amazon, and there will be a link in the description. Let's go ahead and begin with the packaging. As you can see, very nice and simple. Caseology, we get a nice little image of what the case looks like, and this is also their clear case. This is going to be in the matte black version, so we do have matte black sides, and then our cameras are covered by a matte black plastic, which looks really nice in my opinion. Opening this up, we get a plastic pouch inside, and then nothing else. Put that to the side. Take our case out. Alright, here is our case. Just going to move all this. Let's see. I believe... Alright, we don't get anything in here. Sometimes they do put some wet wipes, alcohol wipes, so you can actually go ahead and wipe your phone down since it is a clear case. You can have it completely dust free, but this time they didn't go ahead and include it. So let's go ahead and take off the inside of the case. This is to keep it as clear as possible when you're first applying your phone. And then we're going to start with the top right, top left, and then bottom right, bottom left, and boom, here is our case. So taking off the sticker on the back, boom, so it looks very nice and beautiful with the clear case. This is the Phantom Black S23 Ultra. So taking a look at the back, we can see our camera lip. It will definitely protect all your cameras if you do drop it on its back, as it is separately covering each one of the camera lenses, plus it has a nice lip around the camera lenses, which actually goes above the lenses. So again, if you do drop it on its back, the lenses will not make impact with the ground or wherever you drop it on. Again, on the back, we have this nice clear back, plus we have very minimal branding. It just has a Caseology logo right there. Not sure if you can see that. And then on the sides, we do have a matte black finish. So taking a look at the right side, we have our buttons for the volume up, volume down, and then our power button. Plus we have a nice grip right here, has a nice grippy texture for extra grip when you're holding the case. The same goes for the left side. We have that grip right there. And again, some very minimal branding just on that corner. On the top, we have our cutout for our microphone, and on the bottom, we have our cutout for our S Pen, plus our speaker grill and our USB-C charging port. So on the front, we can see that we do have a lip on the both the top and the bottom, which is nice, so you can get some extra protection. And then on the sides, we do have a lip, but it doesn't really go around the edge of the display, as we do have an edge display on the S23 Ultra. So if you do manage to drop it on its face, then it should be perfectly fine, again, just like the back. Taking a look at our buttons, let's go ahead and do our buttons test real quick. So starting off with the power button, 3, 2, 1. So very clicky and tactile, and then moving on to the volume rocker, volume down, volume up, very nice and clicky. So no extra force is being applied, so you shouldn't be having any issues with that, which is always good to know. On the top, we do have our cutout for our speaker grill, so you will not be losing out on any sound quality as well, which is always nice. And then taking a look at our S Pen cutout, we do have an extra large cutout for this, plus we do have an indent down here, so you can access it a lot easier. So testing that out, boom, very simple and very easy to access. So no, you're not losing out on any of the features that you have available with your phone. So this is, again, the Caseology Skyfall case. If you do like this case, there will be a link in the description. So let's go ahead and move on to our next case. Moving on, we can see our Caseology Nano Pop case right now, and this one right here goes for $16.99 on Amazon. So they are all very similarly priced. They are going to be in the same price range, which is fairly decent in my opinion for the cases that you're getting. So this one I've actually reviewed before, the Nano Pop. In my opinion, this is one of their best cases. It looks really nice, and they do have some different colors. They have two-tone colors with all their cases, and I went with this one right here, which is going to be the Blueberry Navy, which looks really nice in my opinion. So opening it up, same way with the other case, no differences there. Comes in this plastic pouch. All right, take your case out, plop this to the side. Alright, and here is our Nano Pop case. So taking a look at the inside, we can see we have this nice design on here. It is yellow on the inside. Protective case for Samsung, Caseology in Irvine, California, made in South Korea, plus some more branding inside. So overall, it looks really nice on the inside, but we're probably not going to be taking a look at this a lot. On the outside, we can see our yellow indents for our camera lenses. So let's go ahead and take our other case out. And to take it out, it's going to be very simple, starting from either the top or the bottom, right? And then pushing down from the other side. Here we have our case off of the phone. So placing this one on, same situation, starting with either the top right or the top left. I tend to start with the top right since the buttons are there as well, and then pushing down on each side. And here we have our Nano Pop case. So same situation with our lenses. You can see that it's being covered separately, and then we also do get a nice lip on the top, which is good to know. So extra protection for the lenses. Again, very minimal branding. Plus we have this nice texture on the back. It's very slim and it feels really good in the hand, feels very premium. On the sides, again, we do have another texture. It's not the same as the one that we just checked out, the Skyfall case. However, we still do get a texture for the extra grip. So when you're holding the phone, you shouldn't be dropping it from your hand. Again, very similar design with all these cases. Top part, we do have a cutout for our microphone. On the bottom, we have a cutout for our USB-C speaker and our S Pen. Taking a look at our S Pen, again, very simple to take out and then very simple to place in, which is good to know. So on the front, very similar design. Again, we have a lip on the top and bottom, plus we do have a cutout for our speaker grill right here, and very easy to use. So taking a look at our buttons, starting off with the power button. All right, and then the volume rocker. So again, very simple to click, no extra force is being applied. I did really like the clicks on the Skyfall case a little better than this one right here, but again, this is going to be the same situation, very nice and easy clicks. So doing a little rocking test, since we do have a camera lip back there, starting with the bottom right, bottom left, and then top right, and then top left, you can see that we do get some rocking with the top left, but since the lip isn't as large as some other cases, you aren't going to be getting too much rocking, so when you are writing with your S Pen, you shouldn't have too many issues. So let's go ahead and move on to our next case. Next up here we have our Caseology Athlex case. Again, the same packaging that we get with the other ones. This one does go for $60.99 as well, just like the Nano Pop, so very nice and decent pricing. We do get a nice little image of what the case looks like, plus this is the active black version, and there are also separate colors with this one as well. So opening this up, same process, and take it out of our plastic pouch. Alright, and boom. So here is our Caseology Athlex case in active black. So all these cases are very similar. That is something I've noticed with the Caseology case brand. They are very similar, however they do have some separate designs and they do all look a little different, which is really nice. So whichever one you like, you can go for that one. Just like this one right here, the back design is a little different compared to the other ones. So again, we do have the nice little design on the inside. And if we do plop our phone in, boom, like so, we can check out our back. So as you can see, the same design for the camera lenses. We have the separate covers for each one, and then we also do have a nice lip around the camera lenses. This case is a little bit thicker than the other ones. I guess this will give you some more protection compared to the other ones. We have a nice cool design on the back. There's this indent in here, and then we have indents all across the back, which looks really nice. Plus it feels really different in the hand as well. It has a different texture. It's like the volcanic texture on the OnePlus 10 Pro that I had previously, so it does feel really good in the hand. Again, on the sides we do have grips. This time it is different again. We have two plastic pieces right here which will actually grip onto your hand a little better, and then the same goes for the other side. On the top we do have our microphone cutout. On the bottom we have our USB-C charging plus our speaker and our S Pen cutout. So taking a look at the S Pen with this one right here, again, super easy and simple to access, which is good to know. So taking a look at our buttons this time, again, this is a little similar to the Skyfall case. This one does feel better in my opinion. So clicking the power button. So this does have a similar setup with the Skyfall case. It's a lot easier. It's very easy to click. No extra forces being applied. You can see that we do have indents for the cutout for the power and the volume rocker, just like the Skyfall case, unlike the Nano Pop, which you did apply just a tad bit more force, but again, it wasn't unbearable like some other cases I've seen. So taking a look at the front, we can see we do have a lip on the bottom and the top, so if you do manage to drop it on its face, then it should be perfectly fine. And then if we do move on to the back, just to do the rocking test, this will actually rock a little less as the camera lip, as the case overall is a lot thicker, and so the camera lip and the case does line up with the top and the bottom part. So placing it down, if we do start with the top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, you can see there's basically no rocking with this case, which is really good to know. So if you are using the S Pen and you do write a lot, then this case might be a little better choice for you. But again, overall, they are all really nice cases. So let's go ahead and move on to our final case. Alright, last but not least, we have our Caseology Parallax case. So this one goes for $16.99 as well, and as you saw, 3 of the cases were $16.99, one of them was $15.99, so they're all very similarly priced, which is always good to know. This one also does come in 3 different colors. However, the one I have here today is going to be the midnight green. There's also a black and this purplish color. I'm not sure what that one's called. So opening it up, same process with all of them. Alright, quickly go through this. Place that to the side and check out our case. So the inside has the same design as the other ones. This case does feel a lot thinner than the other ones. It is using a different material. It might not be using a different material, but again, this is probably thinner since it does feel a lot thinner as well. So plopping our case in, boom, very simple, just like the other ones. And taking a look at the back. So this design is probably my favorite out of all of them. It has a nice little design here, which is actually textured, and it does have a lot of indents. It has this nice little diamond pattern to it. And then on the bottom, we have this one strip, which has a Caseology logo, and the very bottom and the very top has this volcanic feel to it, which is very similar to the previous case. Looking at the camera lenses, again, the lenses are all separately covered. Plus we do have a lip that covers all of them perfectly. So again, if you drop it, then it should be fine. Moving on to our sides, we can see that we have a textured pattern on this one. It's all across the case. And then if we take a look on the left side, again, it's all across the case. The top part has it as well, plus the bottom part, which is good to know. So I guess you get grip all around it if it is meant for the extra grip, unlike the other ones. And then we do have our cutouts for our USB-C, speaker grill, and S Pen. Again, testing out the S Pen. Very simple and easy to use, so no issues with that, which should already be expected. So on the front, we do have our lip on the top and the bottom. Again, if you do drop it on its face, then it should be fine. And then looking at our speaker grill cutout, we can see that we do have a cutout, so your sound quality, you shouldn't be losing out on any of it, as the sound should pass through perfectly. Alright, so finally, we do have our buttons test and our rocking test. Starting off with the power button, again, this one does have the cutouts just like the other two, the Skyfall and the Athlex case, so this will probably feel really nice in the hand. Again, very simple and easy to click. So really nice to know that Caseology has figured out the buttons and they are very easy to click. And finally, we do have our rocking test. So starting with the top right, top left, bottom right. We do have a little rocking on the top right since the camera lip, unlike the previous case, isn't completely flat with the whole back of the case, so you do get some rocking. Overall, these are all some pretty decent cases. So without further ado, let's go and close this video up and end it off. So let's get all the cases together. Finally, taking a look at all of the Caseology cases for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. In my opinion, I really like the clear one. This is probably my favorite, especially since it is the matte black version. And with the Phantom Black S23 Ultra, once I place it in, the black matches up with the lip and the lenses as well, which looks really nice in my opinion. However, if I'm going to be choosing between the ones that aren't clear, I really like this one right here, as the texture on the back feels really good in the hand, and overall it just looks the best in my opinion. And then again, there are separate colors for all of these. So as always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see y'all in the next one.